All righty, guys. Well, hey, welcome back. I'm here with a good friend of mine, Steven. And real quick, Steven, if you wouldn't mind, just share, with our audience, man, who you are and where you're from and the clubs that you own.
Hey guys, I'm Steven Lamb. I'm the proud owner of Anytime Fitness here in Saskatoon. We've got two locations, one in University Heights and one in here in Stonebridge that we recently opened up maybe just a few months ago here.
Awesome, man. So up in Canada, you guys are just rocking and rolling right now. Steven, real quick, I'm looking over your guys' numbers, and I'm going to get to that here in a second of what you guys have accomplished in a very short period of time. But just real quick, what's been your experience so far working with gym growth experts? And, what was the initial need that you really were seeking after when you kind of first linked up with us?
Yeah, I mean, like most gyms, we always have struggled with lead generation, right? And getting high quality leads in the doors and touring those members, right? We know that as a facility we can deliver, but it's just driving people in the doors and having the opportunity to tell our stories and really help more people. So that's just always been a struggle over the last few years since we've owned these clubs. So when we set up Stonebridge, we decided, hey, you know what? Let's connect with these guys and see if we want to maybe try something different. Initially, checked in with TJ, your brother. He was a wealth of knowledge. So as soon as we connected that first time, I was like, man, these guys are onto something. We've got to do some work together. So that's how it all started.
That's awesome, man. Well, Stonebridge, very quickly in the first 2 weeks, just looking at the numbers, because basically we only were able to run for 2 weeks because you guys packed out your training program so fast to become so full. But 25 people in literally 2 weeks, over $39,000 of contract value. And then as I'm looking through what we did at Anytime Fitness at the University Heights location, over just the last 2 weeks, over 30 sold in 2 weeks with over $75,000 of contract value. And my brother TJ was telling me that's not even the full story. So tell me a little bit more about that. I mean, these were just people that we could see in our system? From what I heard, there was even more people that came in and was talking a little bit about what is this program, and obviously, you in the seat, brought them in. So tell me a little bit more about that real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess the big thing is with you guys, I noticed that the leads that you guys generate for us or nurture for us, they are extremely high quality, right? Like when they come in the door, they have a need and we are here to fulfill that need. So when we tell them that story and we ask them, hey, do you think anyone else might benefit from these types of services that would want to go through this process with you, right? Because we're here to support people, help people in the community. If it's somebody that that could benefit from it as well, why not go through this thing together, right? So we were able to generate quite a lot of referrals from the leads that you guys generated for us, which just, of course, built the coaching program that much quicker.
Wow, that's awesome. And I know, Steven, you're a busy guy, man. You're a family man, you got kids, you're running multiple businesses, but you've been primarily the one in the seat doing the majority of the selling. And so, share with us real quick, because obviously there's a lot of companies that are generating leads, right? But it's one thing to generate a lead and actually have that person come through the door, right? And be qualified. And I know with you being super busy, what is the nurturing program meant for you guys, as far as not having to do all that legwork of the calling, the texting, the emailing, the scheduling, and the reschedule? What's been your experience with that? How has that helped you guys in your business?
Yeah, I honestly, I can't say enough good things about your guys' process. That lead nurturing thing, oh my God, it is unreal. For you guys to be able to communicate back and forth with that prospect and get a commitment from them to come in and meet us, there's just no way. I don't believe, regardless of who's running the gym or who you have as staff, that could keep up with the amount of contacts and demands and message. I mean, that that in itself would be a full-time job, just keeping up to the inquiries and the message and answering questions and scheduling appointments and changing appointments and stuff like that. Obviously, when we're running a club, that's not something that the administrative stuff that we want to be bogged down in doing. We want to be there to help people and provide a good service to people, not being sitting behind a computer trying to answer messages and book appointments and stuff like that, right? So
Sure.
not having to do that part of it and removing that process away from myself and my team really allowed us to really kind of focus and deliver a really extremely high quality experience when that person came in that door.
That's awesome. Really allows you guys to focus more on the things that drive the business forward, and you're probably more passionate about, like the sales and the fulfillment stuff. So, well, you guys have done one heck of a job, man. I mean, literally in less than a month between the two locations, we've got over 55, 60 clients just from what I've seen here, and over $140,000 of contract value. So I'd say you're rocking, man. So, well, last question for you, man. If you saw or knew of a gym owner or somebody that's sitting there thinking, I need to do something, I need more opportunity coming through the door, maybe I've got a small team, I don't have time to do a lot of the tedious work that you've talked about, and they're thinking, man, I've heard of this Gym Growth Experts, Kurt, TJ, man, I've heard videos just like this, should I do this? Should I move forward, man? What's your encouragement to them if you had a chance to, tell them they should do it or not?
Really, at the end of the day, if you're in Anytime Fitness and you're in the business of helping people and impacting lives, I say give it a shot. You got nothing to lose, right? Like, you have everything to gain, but really, what do you got to lose, right? Getting those people in the seats and telling your story and going through the process and helping people, that's really why we're in business. And it's extremely exciting to see the progress we've made in such a short time with you guys, and what we were able to do with the members that came through that challenge.
Awesome, man. Well, we appreciate it. We're enjoying continuing to work with you guys as you guys expand into other markets in Canada, and appreciate your time today, Stephen. Thanks, man.
My pleasure.